Hello, I'm BX Toycat, and welcome back to QnA Saturday. QnA Saturday is a weekly series I run on my channel where I answer your questions about a variety of subjects, usually centered on the next update for Minecraft console. Except not this week, actually, because today we're doing a whole bunch of non-Minecraft questions. And the reason for this is because I figured a lot of you do request this from time to time. Why don't I try just a QnA Saturday entirely focused away from Minecraft? I've done entire Minecraft Q&As, why not do the opposite one and then see what all of you do think? So if you do like this kind of format, like the video and let me know because it helps out the channel a lot. Let us know you do like this, but if you don't like it, if you prefer the Minecraft questions and you think this is kind of missing the point, then let me know of a dislike on this video. We'll use the, for this video, we'll use the like-dislike bar as kind of like, let me know whether you like it, or if you want to give it a vote of no confidence because you hate it, let me know with the thumb up or thumb down. But with that said, all of these questions come from last week's comments. If you want to ask anything for next week, leave them in the comments of this video, and we'll move into the first question already, which comes in from Ice Cream is Awesome, who I feel like I've answered the question from this person before. But anyway, I agree with the name, so why not? They say, how was your day? Also, why did you take such a long break from Q&A? More importantly, when 1.9 comes out of console, what will the F key be? So to very briefly go through this tiny Minecraft question, I'm sure they'll find a key. There's plenty of space on the controller. A lot of people don't realize that. But yeah, how was your day? My day's been pretty good so far. If you don't know, I record these pretty early on the morning, so it's just gone midday right now. I really like mornings to some extent. It's like, oh, I gotta go do some things, but in reality it's like, yeah, I get to make the Minecraft videos I like doing, and I'm doing stuff like this, so pretty good. I ate good breakfast, making videos, having a great time. And why did I take such a long break from Q&A? It was because, when it is mostly focused on Minecraft questions, it doesn't make sense to talk about the next update when we literally know zero. And although we know more and more and more, and we're kind of getting more and more and more, I think, I figured I'd give it at least another week of just, let's try doing this whole thing again. So yeah, I like talking about the future, and that's something I like to do, but it gets harder and harder to do, especially when people just ask the same questions over and over again. Can we get custom skins on console, Toycat? That's the question that gets asked a million times each week. You just get a lot of the same questions, and there's not really too much sense in me doing those sorts of questions, so I either wait until there's more, variety in questions, or I just try and, do the sorts of videos like this one. So, long break from Q&A, and the reason I'm doing this is there's a kind of little trial of a new format. So, hopefully that answered your question. Let's move on to the next one, which comes in from Brian Olsen, who says, silly question. Will you ever go to the moon? And although he says it's silly, I think there's a genuine chance in my lifetime I will, because Virgin Galactic is just, it's in the next 5-10 years, it's going to be a thing, right? So you'll be able to go to space at the very least for $250,000, which is a lot, but no, that's only going to go down in cost, not up. And going to the moon, I think, will be a thing somewhere near the end of my lifetime. So will I ever go to the moon? I hope so. I really do. And I think it's going to be possible. And at some point, that'll be like the ultimate tourist thing. Like, oh yes, where'd you go on holiday? Oh, I went to Spain. And then you'll be like, oh, well, I went to the moon, and I think that'd be pretty cool. So, yeah, I think the moon will be a holiday destination, maybe, at some point in my lifetime, so I'd like to go there. That'd be awesome. Serious question, do you like snow? I love snow. I really do like snow. And, when I was a child, you like it because it means school days off, and because, it's so weird and you can play with it. And then, as you get into, almost adulthood, you're like, oh, yeah, this is just kind of annoying. However, I've kind of reversed on that again, because when I went to Norway, snow is just the most beautiful thing, and there's something amazing and wonderful about it. It's it has this special, it activates this special feeling in my head. And I watched back my my Norway vlog from the second channel recently, and I was like, wow, yeah, that looks awesome. I'd love to go there again. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing snow this year. I have to travel to a different country to see it, but it's totally worth it. Snow is beautiful. So yeah, that's the answer to your question, Brian Nelson. I think that's a raccoon. Let's move to the next question, which comes in from Tobis Dodums, who says, Toycat, are you thinking about doing a new series on your channel in the near future? And what does IWTHV stand for? So, you might have noticed last week a lot of IWTHV comments. If you did, it's because you didn't watch the end of the video when I said, if you've watched the whole video, leave that as a comment. One thing I didn't realize until I just went through it a few times, the third time I read through this, I was like, wait, IWTHV, oh, yep, I used the wrong type of hole. It should be IWTWV. I watched the whole video, but mistakes were made. So we'll be doing a new series on your channel. That just made me go, oh darn it, I've made a big mistake here. But yeah, will you be doing a new series on your channel? So I'm always playing around with new series formats. I like the one-off videos because, people like them, then, we can do more. But rather than committing to a series, it's like, yeah, if you want to see more, let me know. But if you don't, then this can be the one episode we ever do. When it comes to new series in general, again, I'm always playing around with ideas in my head. I think the things that are going to be most likely is different game content, because even, you know, I love doing Minecraft and I want it to be the majority of my channel, but I do want to, like, try out other stuff, so that's why, you know, the random stream Tuesday thing is a thing, and I think I'll also be doing, like, some form of other video. Hearthstone is a game I've been playing so much and getting really into, so maybe I'll do videos on that. But yeah, point being is that I want to be doing new series, but I think at this point it's better to do Minecraft one-offs, because then they can turn into series if they need to, and other series and other games is something I'm always playing around with, probably Hearthstone, but, you know, we'll see how a lot of things develop in the near time. So, with that said, let's move into the next question, which comes in from Josh Litz. IWTHV, what is your favourite breed of dog? Hashtag QnA. So, to answer your question on this one, I really like big dogs. Like, there's one, I don't know the name of it, but it's literally, like, bigger than humans. That's an amazing dog. German Shepherds, because they're just adorable. And also, while we're on this list, I didn't realize this recently, the Huskies. So here's this Husky on the left here. This is my favorite Husky in the world. As you can see, definitely a Husky. Nothing wrong with that. That's my favorite breed of dog. So I think I might have avoided your question just a little bit. But with that said, we'll move to the next question, which comes in from the Yayway, who asks, hashtag QnA, if you did not make gaming videos, what kind of videos would you make? Music, sports, educational, etc.? So again, this is a pretty good question, because I do love the whole YouTube process, and I think a big part of why I like making the Minecraft videos I do is because it's not Let's Play where it's just like, I'm gonna play the game and, you know, you're watching me play the game. Instead, it's I'm gonna play the game and hopefully you learn some things as you go along. And there's something really, really cool, to me at least, about teaching people. I'd never want to be a teacher in the real world, because, you know, my school experience taught me that teachers, you know, they don't teach people. They sometimes do, but they rarely do. But I really love this, you know, like, teaching through the internet, and you know, the sort of videos you see in the second channel, I think there'll be more of those in the future. So I'd probably be an educational channel, but realistically, if I wasn't making these videos, I'd, you know, be making a different game. If I was making a different game, I probably wouldn't be on YouTube, because gaming was gaming is still going to always be that passion in my life. It's the thing I spend most of my time on, my life on, and it's what I do my living on. So I just wanted to kind of clarify that one, because again, sometimes it seems like, oh yeah, so I really like the educational part. I just like combining education and gaming. I feel like there's this magic kind of area in between the two that isn't really hit too often on YouTube. But yeah, that's the answer to your question, the yay way. Let's move on to the next one, which comes in from Pole Hill Pro. I just realized, by the way, that because I have a plugin that, like, apparently just started out showing subscribers, we can see all the subscribers here. Anyway, but yeah, how do you think humans will become extinct? Random question, but random rock. So, do I think humans will go extinct? This is a really deep question, but yeah, yes, I do. And it sounds really terrifying to say that, but I'm not saying like, oh, a meteor will hit the Earth, because even though there's like a billion things that could have killed us by now, we haven't been killed, so it's easy to just go, yep, it's not going to happen. But what I think will happen is in the next like 500 years, probably the next 100 if we're being realistic, humans will, kind of like in a Mass Effect, where it's like the Sontarans replaced some other race, I'm getting the names wrong on that one, but basically, where, you know, if a species creates a robot species that can improve itself faster than the robots, faster than the humans, then you create something better than yourself, and we kind of become obsolete. And that's cool. We can focus on just enjoying ourselves while the robots go and get stuff done. But it does mean that I think that the successful species, the one that's going to colonize the galaxy, it's not going to be humans, it's going to be our version of robots. So that sounds like a really bizarre thing to say, but that's how I think humans will come. I don't think we'll ever go truly extinct. We'll just become... well, it's like how we evolved from Neanderthals to humans. I think humans, we're not evolving directly into robots, but they're kind of the next step. We created them ourselves, which, again, sounds weird and depressing, but that's my honest opinion on the future. So, next question is a little bit less, or more lighthearted than that last one, in case you're like, whoa, am I going to be a robot? Let's not focus on that. Let's focus on playing Zelda, because Zane asks, what's your favourite Zelda game? I watched the whole video. Thank you very much. Well, I guess... good job there. But yeah, what's your favourite Zelda game? My favourite Zelda game is Wind Waker, and I think it's because it's the first one I played. I got the Wind Waker with, it was one of the special editions, the deluxe edition or something, and it came with both the Ocarina of Time and Master Quest, which is the same game but slightly different. And I think having played both those games at the same time, Ocarina of Time is a masterful piece of work, and I want to play it on my 3DS. In fact, I should go get that for the 3DS. But even though Ocarina of Time is an amazing game, I do have to say Wind Waker is better. I don't even know why. why. It doesn't have that much content. There's more to do in Ocarina of Time. But the Wind Waker, there's something just special about the art style, about the characters, about the fact that you can explore. It felt like it was limitless exploration. Like, it took me several days of just going around the map to explore the lands and get it all on there. I think that's amazing. I think the fact that there is, to some extent, limitless exploration, it's one of those games that, as you get older, you realize the flaws. But as a child, you could just, it was like I could explore the entire sea, and that was insane for a GameCube game, at least for me. So, yeah, that's the answer to your question there, Zane. My favorite Zelda game is The Wind Waker. So, next question here comes in from Jane Wilson, who is apparently a cat. Hashtag QnA. If you could have any job, not a YouTuber, what would it be? So, obviously, I know you said not a YouTuber, but if I could have any job, I think it would have to be what I do right now. But, yeah, if I could have any job besides this, I think I'd like to be, like, one of those weird, someone who gets paid to review stuff, like, because it's what I to some extent did before this, like food critics, for instance, because you have restaurants bend over backwards for you and do that sort of stuff. I'd like a job where I do something I like and then I get to feel special for it. That'd be pretty cool. Or I'd like to do something crazy important and not do my job but not get fired. Like, I'd like to be the president but just say, today's Thursday. What we're gonna do is every fourth Thursday of every March, we're going to make it so that no laws apply. The purge mode activate, for instance. I'd love to just play around with stuff like that. Again, this is assuming I can just actually be playful with stuff. If I have to have a real job and do it properly, then I'd totally be like, I don't know, like a game reviewer, or like, I don't know, something along those lines. No. The perfect job. I work in like IT support at one of those companies where they don't really know what you do. They just kind of give you a review every few months and they say, oh yeah, good job. I'd love to work somewhere where they have no idea what I do, so that I could do it if I wanted to, or I could not do it if I don't want to. Which again I think that's skipping the question. Maybe I just don't like doing things. Anyway, this one's the next question, which comes in from the Doctor, who asks, Toy Cat, do you watch Doctor Who? I watched the whole video. Do I watch Doctor Who? No, every now and then I do. Like, I catch up every few seasons, and I want to really watch it, but no, I don't watch Doctor Who. And I do watch Sherlock, though, because for someone from the UK, I like to watch all the British shows, like, oh yes, this is our little thing. Doctor Who is actually pretty good. It's just, sometimes it feels like it patronizes me, and Sherlock is amazing. And I think there's a new season coming out in like 6 months, so it's surprising that that's actually a relevant thing. But yeah, I don't watch Doctor Who. I watch Sherlock and I watch a few other ones. I watched Top Gear before it changed hosts. That was a controversial thing, wasn't it? But yeah, that's the answer to your question. I try. I just don't get around to it. Torchwood was so much better, and I don't know where Torchwood is. In fact, wait. Where is Torchwood? Because Torchwood was kind of like the adult version of Doctor Who. At least that's how it came across to me, the more serious version. But it vanished. They did like 2 amazing series, or 4 amazing series, and then it just stopped existing, and that made me sad. So I would totally watch Torchwood if it came back, but it doesn't seem to be coming back. So let's move on to the next question, which comes in from... By the way, Torchwood is Doctor Who, but it's an anagram of it. Or is it an anagram? But yeah. This one's the next question, which comes in from Lorena Marquez, or Marquez, who asks, will you do a house tour once you buy it? So, will I do a house tour when I buy it? Yes. I'm contemplating whether to just do one after I've moved in, or to do one when I get it, and then do one like 2 months later when I've actually settled in. I think it might be cool to do the first one. I mean, there's no... an empty house is always cool to see, especially you'll be like, this is a thing that I live in now. Maybe I'll do it when it's empty, besides like a single seat, and just be like, yep, this is the seat. This is where I'll sit down on sometimes. I'm totally going to do that now. That's my idea. So, will I do a house tour? Yes. Maybe 1, maybe 2. Maybe just 100. Maybe I'll do a house tour every day. But realistically, I'll do 2 house tours. So yeah, thank you all very much for watching this video. Hope you did all enjoy it. If you did, like the video and let me know. Helps out the channel a lot. Let us know you do like it. Dislike the video if you're like, I watched this whole video looking for Minecraft information, and even though you said like twice in there that there wouldn't be some, I'm upset anyway. I hit my table there. Then yeah, that's what you can do with your buttons and your down thumbs. Share the video if you really liked it, and subscribe if you are new around here. I make videos like this one every single day on my channel, and if you subscribe, you will see them daily on your homepage. Thank you all very much for watching, and goodbye.